a season of hard work. Full of highs and lows. All to play in November. The quest to raise a trophy starts tonight across the state.
You're playing for each other and nobody else.
The playoffs have arrived.
We ain't got no more time to wait.
On the Friday Night Blitz.
This is Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Subway Restaurants.
I like that. Whoo! Let the playoffs begin across our Sunshine State, although not so sunshiny today. Thanks, Bursch. Hello and welcome to the Friday Night Blitz, week one of the postseason, and we're here to guide you through it. 23 Florida teams making the grade in 2019, from the big dogs in 8A all the way down to the small communities of 1A. We're going to navigate round one here tonight. Let's get it started in 6A with a couple of all-local matchups. We'll begin with the Columbia Tigers traveling to district champion Ponte Vedra. No favors for the Sharks in the opening round. Good crowd early on. The boys from Lake City on fire. Already up a score. Jordan Smith finds Lenadrick Bradley. 14-0. Ponte Vedra turns it over on downs. They managed to get it right back on the tip drill, but couldn't do anything with it. 14-0 at the half. More turnovers after the break. Here's Marlon Pollock with a pick for Columbia. Tigers trying to hold on for the win, but in the second half, Columbia provides the slightest of openings. What happens? Handoff is fumble. That ball is slippery. Gets away from Jordan Smith. Sharks recover before it goes out of bounds. Very next play, they go to Parker Campbell, and he walks into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we got 14-7. Still fourth quarter, they get the ball back, but on fourth down, less than 2 minutes left. The pass is incomplete. Columbia runs out the clock. Stuart Weber with Coach Brian Allen after the 14-7 Columbia win.
Well, Coach, sometimes you got to battle 11 guys on the other side of the line. Sometimes you got to battle the elements a little bit. However you want to look at it, Columbia Tigers moving on to the next round.
Hey, man, just want to thank God to walk away from here with a victory tonight. A lot of credit to this Ponte Vedra team. They came out and they fought just like you're supposed to with a playoff team. And, I mean, it comes down to the very end in this type of ball game. And I give a lot of credit to that coaching staff, those kids, the way they came and played here tonight. You know, at the end of the day, a win is a win. We'll take it however it came. But at the end of the day, what we were able to get done in the first half of football enabled us to survive this one tonight.
We get the rematch, the second meeting. I feel like every single year, Columbia Lee, you see it in the regular season, you're like, we'll see it again in the postseason. And that's what we get again this year in the backyard.
Yeah, you know, again, giving a ton of credit to the opponent. OJ has done a phenomenal job over there in these years that he's been there. He's definitely turned that program around. He has those kids believing. And I've said this all year. It seems like no matter where we go, 7-8, Lee follows. 6-8, they come back down with us. And they're in our district each year. It's the matchup that you expect at the end of the year. I know he prepares his team year in and year out through summer workouts for that Columbia matchup. And it's the same way with us. I hope it's the flip end this year where they survive the regular season contest and we're able to get it done in postseason.
Well, you'll give Lee some credit. I'll give Columbia some credit. Coach Brian Allen and his Tigers are moving on to the next round. Let's go back to you.
All right, well, Stuart maybe ruined the suspense, but the winner there faces either St. Aug or Lee High School. Yellow Jackets sting first. Sammy Edwards going through the air to Jaden McDowell, 7-0. Don't mess with the Aug Dog. But Lee answering with a pounding physical drive. Zaire Lee able to finish it off with a short effort into the end zone for 6. Then some defense from the Generals. Kennedy Burrows in the backfield for the TFL. We like to call that a tackle for loss. That gets the ball back to the offense, and they keep doing what's working. Run, run, and run some more. Zaire Lee again finishing off the drive. Lee advancing 29-21. Only 2 local teams ran the table in the regular season. Bartram Trail, one of those top seed in Region 1 of 8A, hosting Spruce Creek in the rain, and the Bears were hungry. A.J. Jones gets the pass in the flat, dodges 1 tackle, dodges 2 tackles, big gainer before getting pushed out of bounds. Jones again with some fancy footwork on the other side. Runs around a host of defenders before he is finally brought down. Chad Dotson puts a bow on this drive with a pass to Jackson Mayer in the end zone. Touchdown, Bartram Trail. Fourth quarter, A.J. Megas gets the ball and takes off so fast he outruns the camera. Well, there he is. He gets tripped up but dives to get the ball into the end zone. Another touchdown for Bartram Trail. All Bears, 42-0. All right, Mandarin and Seminole. The Noles have a superstar recruit of their own, and Timmy McClain late in the second quarter. McClain with the easy job here. That's the Sanford Seminoles. Just hand the ball off to DeAutre Robinson. He trucks a dude on his way to the end zone. They're up 34-24. Carson Beck, though, he did his part. The defending 8A state champs, so that's a pretty throw right there. They scored a lot of points. Problem is Seminole scored a whole lot more. 59, and they take down the defending champs. Mandarin is out.
From the hits to the Hail Marys to the plays that led to victory. This is the Friday Night Blitz Game of the Week, presented by McGowan Medical Centers.
The Golden Eagles went 9-0. They host Wekiva this evening, our only 7A matchup. And here we go. Touchdown early, Wekiva. Oh, we got a possible minor upset. Hang on. Fleming Island too tough. Nice throw right here. Setting up a little screen. And I like this. Power and speed down the sideline for the touchdown. Fleming Island coming back strong, taking a 7-7 tie, 14-7 lead, 14-14, 21-14. How about 28-14 Fleming Island? Eagles get it done. Let's bring in Brett Martineau now and get the latest with a post-game happy interview.
Fleming Island gets it done first round of the playoffs, 28-14 over Wekiva, and a lot of it because of this guy. Big team effort, but Tim Thomas had one heck of a day. That's when you want to show up big in the postseason, huh?
Yes, sir. I can't take all the credit. It's just my O-line and my fullbacks blocking for me, getting me them open holes. That's it.
You guys had to struggle getting things going, scoreless first quarter, then some fireworks in that second quarter, including that screenplay for 67 yards.
Well, we put in that screenplay this week, and so just because they'll bite on the jet, and I'll leak out the other side, and it worked perfect.
How's it feel to get a win in the first round? I mean, you guys go undefeated. I think some people did question a little bit, okay, who did you play? Were you battle-tested enough? This good football team on that other side.
Yes, sir.
Must feel pretty gratifying.
It feels amazing because, like you said, people did underestimate us. Like, we just beat, not good teams, but we did play pretty good teams all year, and we were just tired of people underestimating us, and we just showed up tonight.
Tim Thomas being a bit humble here, by the way. He's dragging guys with him. That must feel good, right, to drag some players down the field 6, 7, 8 yards, especially in a game like this where you need to run that clock out.
Yes, sir. Well, all credit goes to Coach Springs in the weight room, how we put in the offseason and during school when we work out.
You got Niceville coming up next. It's a long trip, a tough trip. They're always good, but you hope to get another win, right?
Yes, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Tim Thomas, they get the win. Fleming Island 28-14 over Wekiva. That will do it from Fleming Island High School. Back to you.
All right, next up, as you can see for Fleming Island, and as Brent told you, Niceville beating Childs out of Tallahassee, so a trip to the Panhandle to take on Niceville for Fleming Island. Menendez, fresh off its first ever district championship hosting, gets a date with Ocala Vanguard, but it's Vanguard who went to work early and often. Tevin Williams gets the handoff, runs through a flock of Falcons. After rushing into the red zone. A few plays later, Vanguard punches it in for the first score of the game. Menendez needs to get something going, and Dakota Matthews shows up, makes a big stop in the backfield. That'll bring up fourth down. Vanguard has to punt. Low snap, almost like an infielder, gets it off. Nice high kick, goes through the hands, oh no, of Terrell Newsom. Vanguard recovers with great field position. DeWitt Betterson goes around and gets 6 off that drop punt. This one's all Ocala Vanguard. 34-0. All right, let's visit 3A for another local showdown. Regular season Baldwin pulled away late to beat Episcopal. Time for a rematch with a nice crowd on hand. Baldwin strikes first. Bryce Tompkins to Tavian Sutton for the score. PAT no good. Indians up 6-0. You think it's tough to play quarterback? I think it's tough to play quarterback. Watch Tucker Tomberlin here. Back to pass rollout and listen to the hit. Oh, Christian Sanderson gets him, but Tomerlin hangs in there, and watch him throw a bullet to Langston Hardy, son of Kevin, and the big fella playing some tight end is off and rumbling down the field. And, you know, that worked once, so let's just flip it to him this time and set up the go-ahead touchdown. Last check, Episcopal up 28-19 late in the fourth quarter. All right, what a pairing in Class 3A Region 1. 7-3 Trinity Catholic welcoming region champ from last year in 5A. Jacksonville's Trinity Christian opening quarter. Celtics Jamarian Samuel all over this one defensively. Tackle for a big loss on Bryce Capers. That hurts, and Samuel doesn't stop there. 2 snaps later, playing pass defense, lays out Fred Davis, who somehow manages to hang on. Drive continues. 5 plays later, they hand it to Kwan Herndon, who gets into the end zone. 7-0 Trinity Christian. Then in the second quarter, Samuel appearing on offense as well. Man, he can do everything. Celtics up 9-7. We have a developing situation. A stunning, shocking upset. Trinity Christian out of the playoffs. Done in the first round. That doesn't happen. 23-21, your final score. Trinity Catholic with a huge upset over Trinity Christian. Whoa! We are just getting started on this playoff edition of the Blitz. Games are still coming in from all over the state. We'll bring you that next, along with more local matchups and a home playoff game for the Barker Braves. Stay with us.
Hey, Friday Night Blitz, I'm Ronnie.
I'm Naira.
And welcome to Fleming Island High School. Tonight in our concession stand, we got nachos, chicken nuggets, french fries, cheese sticks, and Chick-fil-A sandwiches. Let's go, Golden Eagles!
We're the Fleming Island Golden Eagles, and this is the Friday Night Blitz.
You're watching Action Sports Jax Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Subway Restaurants.
Fans everywhere. They're fans. Ponte Vedra, they don't care. They don't care about the weather, man. They're out there having a good time. Good luck to the Sharks volleyball team, by the way, our last local standing. They host a state semifinal tomorrow afternoon. All right, we're on the Blitz. We're talking football, running through the scores, running through the highlights. If you missed your team, check out the bottom line for the latest updates. And remember, the full show will be online on all our social media platforms later tonight. But let's get back to the games right now. The Hilliard Red Flashes beat Brantford in the regular season. Different atmosphere in the postseason. Down 21-7. In the third quarter, Lyle Bennett finds DJ Costin crossing the field. He makes the grab, hits the left side in a flash on his way to pay dirt. You get that? 21-13, Hilliard trailing. Still in the third quarter, Costin again does it all. This time hauls in a beauty of a throw, beating the defender for another touchdown. 2-point conversion, no good. Hilliard down by 2 until guess who? Costin again has his number called, this time on the ground. He falls in to give the Flashes 27-21 lead. 3 touchdowns in the quarter for Costin. Hilliard in overtime, 34-33. Woo. Union County on the road taking on Dixie County. First quarter Bears with 4th and goal from the 1. Fitzgerald Warren is denied short of the goal line. Host of Fighting Tigers there preserve a 2-0 lead. Dixie responds though. Second quarter, Sam Cannon, aptly named quarterback, locates Paris Kleins to set up a scoring opportunity, and the Bears cash in. Warren across, 6-2 Bears on top like a baseball game broke out. Still in the second, Lance Thornton, a heave downfield for Cortez Slocum. The pump, the go, the catch. Moments later, Tavian Lee caps the Union County scoring drive conversion. No good, 8-6 Fighting Tigers. The boys from Lake Butler get it done, 26-22. Take a look at the 1A Region 3 bracket. Both Union County and Hilliard on the road next week. All right, the dash is all wet tonight. We've had a great season, but tonight, First Alert Chief Meteorologist Mike Burrish let the dash down. And we think he takes a little glee in the fact that he correctly forecast rain on the dash this Friday night. But like the postman, neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night stays these couriers from the Swift. Let's dash.
Dan's Dash, brought to you by the Southern Chevy Dealers. Find new roads.
All right, so Godby and Parker, Braves are all fired up, man. First playoff game since 2000. So here's the opening kick, and oh no, Godby takes it all the way back to the house. Touchdown, 7-0. Yeah. 3 and out for the Braves. All right, let's punt. Oh no, another special team snafu. Oh no, Godby up 14-0. We're not even settled in. Terry Parker trying to rally. Artis Maddox gives it to Tyrone Williams. It's a nice little run by Tyrone. Look at him breaking tackles. Look at him keep his balance there. Dash tries to get him down the sideline, but Terry Parker stopped on 4th and goal. Godby's quarterback right there, by the way. That's Trey Fisher. Name sound familiar? That's the son of Jimbo. Didn't see Jimbo tonight. Texas A&M off this weekend, but Godby advancing 38-14. Baker County making it in as a 7 seed, but a tough roadie all the way to Pensacola for round 1 to face Pine Forest. First quarter, Baker County punting. Pine Forest's Terenzo Turner muffs it. Recovered by Tracy White for the Wildcats. BC's Alex Bowen runs it to the 1. Led to a touchdown, 6-0 Cats! All right, Baker County on the onside kick. Ricochets right off Raymond Moore. Oh, somebody's got to get it, and Scooby-Dooby-Doo does. Scooby Graham. Alex Bowen pass. Wings it. Oh, it's picked. Yeah. Martrez Rawls, nice run back. Oh, no. Tackle him and a kiss to the crowd. Second quarter, LD Clary to Von Hill, touchdown. Hill gives a shout out to the U. I guess he wants to go there or is going there. 7-6 Eagles. But Baker County, Carson Crawford runs for a touchdown. Wildcats at the half, 12-7. Tied at 28 in the 4th at last check. Remember, they started an hour later in the Panhandle.
Watch him walking up. Hey.
All right, we know a local team is winning this one. Westside and Rains at the Graveyard. Rainy night means keep the ball on the ground. Vikings rely on the legs of Nigel Smith all the way down the field, and he caps off the drive with a TD. Second quarter, warring attack for Rains. This time, Carlton Butler fakes the give and keeps the ball. Off he goes around the left side to put the Vikings up 2 scores. Just before halftime, Westside gets on the board. A beauty of a pass from Deton and Otis to Antoine McRae. Just before halftime, makes it a 1-score game at the half, but all Rains in the second half. Rains moving on as they win 52-20. 5A Region 1 bracket shakes out like this. Rains and McCullough, Godby in the winner of Baker County and Pine Forest. Well, it's one of the most well-known football sites in the city, right? Earl S. Kitching Stadium, but we more so know it as the Graveyard. It's become a staple in Northwest Jacksonville. Our own Marcel Robinson exploring the history of the Vikings home.
That's one of the best feelings. When people come in the graveyard, they get scared. They see the graveyard across the street. They come in through that burgundy graveyard sign. They get scared.
3663 Rains Avenue. That's where you can find Earl S. Kitching Stadium, home of the Vikings, but most know it by a different name, the Graveyard.
It all started in 1997 with Coach Welton Coffey in his first year here at Rains High School. And I think he wanted to kind of make a statement. And I think it surprised a lot of people when the nickname the Graveyard came about, but it's very obvious that across the street from the stadium is a cemetery.
Truth be told, the Graveyard certainly sounds a bit more intimidating than the cemetery. But it's more than a nickname. In fact, some would say it's one of the more iconic football venues in the city. Some opponents may play a little bit tougher, push themselves a little farther when strapping up on this soil. It's not just a testament to their recent success, it's somewhat of a symbol of respect for the history of the school, both on the field and off.
When we go back, again, when we talk about the times of segregation, and these things are built off of Gilbert High School, the old Stanton High School, okay, where our parents went, the Northwestern High Schools. Now you open up Rains High School, which is kind of extended to that because of the growth in the area they used to call the Woods, okay, into the Northwest Quadrant. Now you have this $1 million facility, Ichiban. That's what you're tied to.
Ichiban, our in-depth look inside the Rains football program, coming to an end. But you can always catch up on any installment of our 7-part series that Marcel Robinson put together throughout this season. You can find the full videos on all our social platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and your favorite streaming devices. Our top 4A teams taking the week off. Get to that in a second. But we have Bradford at Gadsden County. Rainy first half, low scoring first half, second quarter. Collision in the backfield, but turns it into a positive play. Sets up the only touchdown of the first half. Later in the second, Javon Pride. You say Javon, I say Pride. Rolling to his left, looking for a man down the sideline. Oh no, picked off by the Tornadoes. That seals the first half shutout by the Bradford D. And that's the latest we've got. All right, here you go. Bowles and West Nassau, come on down. The 1 and 2 seeds resting up and doing some scouting tonight. They'll host games next week in regional semifinal action. All right, we got more to come on the Blitz, including the play of the week. And we want to remind you, there's more of the Blitz 1120 on CBS 47 as we blitz through the highlights of the night. Also, you can catch this show on Facebook at any time.
Hey, y'all, we're at Pedro Mendes High School on Friday Night Blitz. We're playing the district playoff games. Come on down. Go Falcons!
We're the Atlanta Coast Stingrays.
And this is the Friday Night Blitz.
Yes, sir.
You're watching Action Sports Jax Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Subway Restaurants.
One thing that sticks out, my first game, I was playing against a guy that was supposed to be going to Wisconsin. It's a freshman. I ended up getting in there, ended up beating him off the ball, and ended up getting a sack fumble. So, yeah.
First time out?
First time out, first as a freshman, so it felt pretty good. That's always something that stuck with me.
All right, don't forget, Jaguars might be off this weekend, but we won't. We'll count down to kickoff anyway. There's got to be a kickoff to count down to, doesn't there? It's a 1 o'clock game, so we'll count down to it, my goodness, 11:30 a.m. on CBS 47. We spent the whole night combing through the best highlights from across the area, and each week we select just one as our play of the week.
The play of the week is brought to you by Farrah and Farrah.
All right, why not? Opening kickoff, playoffs. Terry Parker fired up. Godby a little more fired up. Returns the kick all the way for the touchdown. As Godby beats Parker, but hey, congrats to Terry Parker and Sharon Dorsey making the playoffs for the first time since 2000. So shout out to them. Shout out to Subway. Here come the sub sandwiches. For the last time, we're just kidding. They're shirts, and they get tossed in the stands each and every Friday night to some lucky fans. Don't forget the Subway Friday Night Blitz is every Friday night, 10:30 on Fox 30, 11:20 on CBS 47 and Fox 30. Oh, so much fun we are having here tonight. We appreciate you hanging out with us all night and really all season long. We'll see you on the other side on CBS 47, but let's leave you with the band of the week. How about RAINES, the Spirit of the Vikings? They got a little... See, they had to wear gear because of Burrish. Don't want to get wet. Ruining Friday nights. We love you, Burrish. Thanks for hanging with us.
Thanks for watching the Action Sports Jax Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Subway Restaurants.